Welcome back to the Grand Prix Labatt of Trois-Rivières. A field of 24 Trans Am cars are lined up now, ready for the start of the Budweiser Trans-Am. On the pole, Formula One ace Philippe Alliot, just ahead of Trans Am veteran Tom Gloy, but way back in 19th place is Willy T. Ribs.
Trans Am is truly an international event. We got Philippe Alliot, who's been nicknamed Alley-Oop because he drives pretty wild. So he's over here mixing it up with us. This should be one of the, well, it will be the hottest Trans Am race in Trois-Rivières history.
It's a long way to go from 19th spot on the starting grid, but Ribs is a charger, and all eyes will be on him in the early laps. An old favorite, past winner of the Trois-Rivières Trans Am, Canadian veteran Eppie Wietzes. The local ace, Trois-Rivières specialist, second here last year, Quebec's own Richard Spenard. 1982 Trans Am Rookie of the Year, fifth on the grid, Californian Darren Brassfield. Twice a 1984 Trans Am winner, second in the championship standings, Greg Pickett. In 1984, this man has finished in the top three 8 times to lead the standings, Tom Gloy. And in pole position, Formula One ace Philippe Alliot puts on his helmet, ready for the start of this 35-lap race.
Messieurs, démarrez vos moteurs. Gentlemen.
Gloy's red and white Capri, beside Alliot's red Trans Am Firebird on the front row as the grid is cleared and the cars prepare to leave for their warm-up lap. From the outside, these cars look like those you and I drive on the street, but they only look like them. Underneath, every component is replaced, and these cars are highly developed race cars, producing 400 horsepower. And here we go, all eyes, not on the front, but on the back, where Willy T. Ribs, white Capri, watch for it, number 64 will begin to charge. At the front, Gloy has jumped into the lead as he enters the S's. Behind, Alliot, Miller's white Porsche, Brassfield, Bob Lobenberg, Pickett, Wietzes, and Spenard. In the pack, Ribs, white Capri, after only 2 turns, is up from 19th to 14th place. Just have a look. Now you can see why Trans Am racing is so exciting. On the Boulevard des Forges, a solid line of cars snaking down to turn 8. And in the pack, Ribs passes yet another car. Now he is 13th. At corner 11, Gloy leads. Alliot second. Brassfield has moved up to 3rd. You know, Gloy has never won at Trois-Rivières, but today everything so far seems to be going well. His Capri, ideally suited to Trois-Rivières' tight corners, and in 1984 has proved extremely reliable. Behind, it's Alliot and Brassfield. Miller is 4th, and behind him, Pickett, then Spenard. Incredibly, it's Ribs ahead of Wietzes now. In less than a lap, Ribs has passed 12 cars, and he is up to 7th place. At the end of lap 1, Gloy's lead over Alliot is 2 seconds, but attention is focused on the battle for 5th place. Pickett leads over the line, but going into the stadium corner, watch Spenard's red Corvette get inside and take over 5th spot. Shut out, Pickett slow as Ribs seizes his chance, and brilliantly he passes Pickett as well. And then Ribs outbreaks Spenard into the clubhouse corner, and out of our sight moves into 5th place. And then the pace slows just a bit. The oil flag, yellow caution are shown around the track as oil is cleared following a blown engine. Leading the race is Gloy, who knows exactly what is needed to win.
You make a lot of luck. It does take something beyond that. But when you got a crew like I've got, if you look at our history as a company, our finishing rate through Formula Atlantic, Super B, and Trans Am over the last 5 years, been 95% of the races we've entered, we've finished.
As the race restarts, Gloy has lost all of his advantage under the yellow caution, and as he approaches corner 8, Alliot moves out and takes the lead. Behind, Ribs is now on Miller's tail, ready to pounce. After 10 laps, Alliot leads Gloy. Behind, Ribs moves out and outbreaks Miller, claiming his 4th place. Now his sights are set on Brassfield, who is just ahead in 3rd. But up front, it is still Alliot, the Frenchman, making his debut in Trans Am, a style of racing largely unknown in Europe. The Frenchman saying he is very impressed with the professionalism of the series and the preparation of these Trans Am cars. They are every bit a racing thoroughbred as the Formula One cars he normally drives.
Ce sont de vraies voitures de course comme peuvent l'être préparées des Formule 1. Alors je suis très surpris quant au niveau du matériel.
Only 1 second separates Alliot's first place and Ribs in fourth as they sandwich Gloy and Brassfield. But now Ribs' progress is likely to slow down just a bit, for these men ahead of him are the cream of the Trans Am racing crop. In the excitement of the Ribs charge, Alliot's drive mustn't be forgotten. He leads in his first race in a type of car radically different from the Formula One cars he normally drives. Behind Ribs is Miller, Spenard, Pickett, and Eppie Wietzes. In short races like this, there's no time for strategy. All these cars are driving flat out, each on the limit, struggling to stay ahead or struggling to make a pass. As the cars come into corner 11, the leader's jockeying about. Ribs makes a move on Brassfield, diving inside, under-braking, and as they exit at the corner, have a look. Ribs has now captured third spot, but the first 8 cars are all still together. This is what makes successful racing. Lots of cars racing wheel to wheel. Trans Am is North America's longest running series because it has always been able to supply what the racing public wants, action just like this. The race continues, Alliot leading, but on lap 15, what a move. Gloy makes a great pass, surprising the Frenchman, diving inside, outbreaking him in classic style to move into top spot. Just behind, though, is Ribs. Now missing, however, from the leading group, Brassfield, who is in the pits, soon out of the race. After 18 laps, Gloy leads, but Ribs, who for 2 laps has been challenging Alliot, finally passes him. Ribs must win, as he well knows.
That means that we're all going to be going for it because they got to keep me in second and third to keep me from moving up in points. I got to win to move up in points. So that means we're going to be getting it on heavy.
The Trois-Rivières crowd has rarely seen such excitement. Gloy leading, and now Ribs makes his first mistake of the race. On the exit to the corner, his tail slides out, lifts his foot. Alliot, rounding the corner perfectly, gains and goes inside, but Ribs slams the door on the Frenchman. Alliot loses control, and he is out of the race. The Frenchman climbs from his car unharmed and surveys the damage. It's lap 20. Tom Gloy is first, Willy T. Ribs second. Both drive Capris, which are proving in pre-race predictions that here at Trois-Rivières they would be ideally suited to the track. But now Ribs' meteoric rise begins to fall, for Gloy is driving magnificently, fast, but without risk. The third Capri driver in this race is Pickett, who now begins to show. Here as Spenard goes wide, the smaller, more nimble Capri stays in tight, enabling Pickett to get the power on more quickly, and he goes up into third place. Now the Capris occupied the top 3 positions. And Spenard's troubles are not over. For now, Wietzes closes and begins to challenge the French-Canadian, while Pickett, the current championship runner-up, consolidates his third place. The battle for third continues. Pickett ahead of Spenard, pressured by Wietzes, who was the 1981 Trans-Am champion. Unlike the other drivers in this race, Spenard is not a full-time racer. Today, he drives only because the team's #1 driver, David Hobbs, isn't available. It's a situation that makes Spenard's fine record even more noteworthy, but not one he enjoys.
I want something steady. You know, it's not very interesting to go from one car to the other car. You know, so far in 6 races, I've driven 5 cars this season. So it's pretty tough to get used to that, you know.
For some laps, Wietzes pressures Spenard, never more than a few feet behind. But now, Wietzes' car, have a close look, it begins to smoke. And although it doesn't seem to slow him down, he keeps up the pressure. At the front, it's still Gloy, driving fast, without really appearing to try, while behind, Ribs is all over the road. He's obviously in bad trouble. Ribs motions to his pit that he intends to come in. And his problems, they get worse. Later in the lap, still snaking as he fights his car for control, he knows he'll lose everything he's gained in this race if he's forced to make a pit stop. His tires, punished by his early charge, are worn out. Spenard and Wietzes continue their struggle, but unaware Ribs' problems Soon they'll be fighting for third place. On Boulevard de Carmel, Ribs has been passed by Pickett, and now Spenard closes. For Spenard, passing Ribs is easy. For now, the Capri is hardly drivable. Wietzes too passes Ribs. Spenard is third, Wietzes fourth. As Pickett passes the pit entrance, followed by Spenard and Wietzes, Ribs will make his way in to change tires. There are only 7 laps to go, so for Ribs, the race is virtually over. It's a sad end to Willy T's day, not only for him, but for the crowd too, who now won't be able to see the expected fight for the lead between the 2 Capri drivers. Tom Gloy now leads Greg Pickett, who holds the distinction of being the all-time Trans Am top money winner, and he's needed every bit of it. Till this year, he's always run his own team.
You could run a Trans Am for maybe $150 or $150 to $200,000 back when I was doing it, but now most of the budgets are approaching $1 million, $500,000 and up. So that really takes it out of the realm of any privateers.
Ribs won't give up. Tires changed. He smokes his way back into the race, just behind the continuing struggle for third place, which still rages between Spenard and Wietzes, whose car, although it now smokes very badly, is still as fast as ever. It's lap 27, and Wietzes is closer than ever. In the S's, he is almost touching Spenard's car. Watch him move out, then inches away. He forces behind Spenard just a few feet wide, and he's through. Spenard must now watch as Wietzes, now in the commanding inside position, powers his way through the corner and into the straight. Now with smoke billowing from his car, Wietzes stays ahead. You know, he's often been successful at this track, winning here in 1981. But this year, in his own car, a Firebird, he's hardly had a chance against the high-rolling efforts mounted by Ford.
I'm just going to run wide open and hope I will get the lead somewhere along the line. But, you know, the Capris are very tough cars to beat, and it seems that the Capris suit this racetrack probably a little bit better than anything else because of the short wheelbase.
Now it's lap 35, the last corner, the last few feet, and Tom Gloy has stayed well ahead of Pickett. His tactics have paid off. His car running just as well as it did at the start of the race. You know, throughout, Gloy has driven within himself, and even if Willy T. Ribs had challenged him, there's a feeling that Gloy was holding something in reserve. The checkered flag, and Tom Gloy has won the Budweiser Trans-Am.
I really felt all along that if we could get through the first turn clean, that we could win the race. I didn't think there was a car that could run all day as hard as mine, and that's the way it worked out.
Tom Gloy is the winner. Greg Pickett second, third Eppie Wietzes, fourth Spenard, and fifth Paul Miller. For all of us at trackside here at Trois-Rivières, good afternoon. Let's now return to Brian Williams at Sports Weekend Control in Toronto.